All right, man. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Epiphanies podcast, where we sit up here and yap about a variety of miscellaneous topics. Today's topic, we're gonna go back to the stories. You know, me and Mario sit up here writing stories and shit and whatnot, and
Yeah.
trying to create comic books and manga, and just trying to be great. You feel me? So
hmm
this time, we're not talking about the heroes. We're not talking about those great villains. We're talking about the settings and the themes of great stories.
All that.
Yeah,
hmm
all that, man.
All of that.
hmm So,
Think back to your book reports. What was the theme of this? What's the
exactly.
mind state we in right now?
hmm Yep.
hmm
So, I'm started off right. Quick little tidbit, right? So,
hmm
in my story that I'm writing, right, the setting, even though you know, there's castles and villages and palaces and shit, we are actually in the year 2200 or something. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because essentially, right, everybody got powers and shit, and the world kind of regressed backwards in terms of building things because yeah, we have people with powers like it's much more easier to build with stones than it is to like start rebuilding cities that's going to get destroyed. I mean, we all watched Avengers. We see what they do to New York. Like,
hmm
yeah, it's way more easier. Especially when you have people with stone powers, they can just create the stones and put them in place and whatnot. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a lot more easier than having your workers that's been the humans that's working with their cranes moving metal all over the place. It's a lot easier. Just have the people with powers just create rocks and throw them in place, whatnot.
Right.
But yeah, that's the
Okay.
setting. That's the setting for my story. Wait,
That's,
go ahead, fan.
No, I was just gonna say, keep cooking, y'all. I'm still here. Uh, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
all right.
Oh yeah, Mark. I just want to throw that little tidbit in before we like officially dive in. You know.
Yeah. And I would like to ask the viewers a question right from the jump this time. We usually do this at the end, but I want to ask y'all, like, when y'all watching stuff, is the theme at the forefront of your mind, or is this something that happens later? Right? This I want y'all to answer this in the comments, and I'm gonna just talk now. So, in Fiend, which is a story that I'm writing, I think the setting plays a very important role in placing our reader in the right state of mind. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like they're important in the sense of, all right, what am I supposed to expect from this, right? And that leaves you open for later either flipping the reader on their head or giving them what they are expecting, which is good in either way. You get me? Even
Yeah.
better when you can do both. You get what I mean? And
Yes.
this goes back to the 80/20 saying, but make it different. And that's kind of what I'm trying to like bring home with this setting.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? We it takes place in Chicago in whatever year it releases. I want to
hmm
keep it like present, so it's gonna evolve based on when I plan on releasing this thing. Right? Everything's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be like a little updated. So this puts you in the mind state of all right, anything that can happen right now could happen in this story, right? And then
hmm
I go and flip that and tell you that it's even more dangerous than you thought. You get me? You already got normal fears of Chicago,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and then we add another layer of demon fuckery.
Yeah.
You get me? And that makes it even more like substantial. And as far as like themes, I feel like it's easy to say what it is, but it's not easy to execute that.
Yes.
And I'm gonna need a little help, but if y'all got some great examples of some stuff out in the world that you've seen that has a nice strong theme, like, and themes can in an attempt to kind of define, right? The theme can be from something visual to something extremely philosophical. It's kind of like all over the place,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that.
So I'm not like, I guess my point is, it may sound like I'm rambling, but my point is that these two things are synonymous and they help push the story forward.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I feel like that kind of gets going on the right path. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
from what I gathered from Courtney's story was that this is our mode of this is our vessel to move the story along.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, some of the questions we have are already answered just by where we are. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
It also sets a tone, though. I was waiting to say this because, like, you asked the question to the viewers: are you looking for that? Like, are you looking for the theme or the setting? And it's usually kind of like put in your face. You know, the episode where we spoke on, uh, I think it was Heroes. I was speaking on Jujutsu Kaisen and saying how the first episode did such a good job at leaving questions,
Mm-hmm.
but the theme was very normal, which was the contrast of the setting slash theme, two separate things, but the contrast of the setting slash theme with the writing was crazy. And what I mean by that was the setting was very normal. We're over here in was it Japan? We're over in Japan. It's like pretty modern, um, regular school life, and you just threw in real life issues like death
Mm-hmm.
is thrown at you. So this is on the table. This is a theme. You know, loneliness is a theme. Uh, Looming threats that you don't see but know are there. Theme.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they did a good job with all of this. It was just the underlying thing without saying it. Like they do, and when I'm thinking about like good storytelling, the themes are like the exclamation mark for me. Like I'm thinking like you put me in something. So if it's Spider-Man, everybody thinks New York. So I'm feeling that. It gives me that level of grit off top. Even though Spider-Man might not be gritty, his area is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, the flow of writing. It just helps. Theme helps so much.
Right.
So much. I can keep going if y'all let me, but I'm trying not to
Oh no,
hog it.
no. It's you
Yeah.
can, and that's the interesting part is that it's I'm gonna help you viewers out if you haven't commented yet. It's both. You get what I'm saying?
It
Like,
is.
Mm-hmm.
it's not at the forefront, but it is. At the same
Mm-hmm.
time, like, you're not thinking about it consciously, but the way it's executed and put into the story, like, you have no choice but to think about it. The question that you're asking is directly posed by the author placing this theme in front of you. So, like, to in an attempt to take the next step, I feel like hmm, how do I want to say what I'm about to say? Picking the right setting drives home your theme, and that's why they should be in the same conversation. You get me? Because you can't.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can, and
What?
that's why it's so hard. I was gonna say you can't have a story about death be in cotton candy land, but like that's
And
interesting.
it is, and you could.
You could.
You
So
could.
ah,
And
I gotta keep
that's a
thinking.
whole twist. But that's creativity, but this is why it's important. It just is, man. Um I wanted to speak on which one did I want to pick right now.
Hold on. Why you think
Go
about
ahead.
that? It's funny. It's funny that you say that, Marty, because there's an arc in One Piece where they go to Big Mom's Whole Cake Island, right? Whole Cake
Mhm.
Island arc. Whole Cake Island is essentially like whimsical ass shit and candy and blah 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 and all that shit on some Disney shit, right?
Mhm.
But it's crazy because like Sanji goes there because his father wants him to get married to Big Mom's daughter so they can create an alliance essentially, right?
Okay.
Luffy's like, fuck that, that's not happening. I'm coming to save you. Sanji's like, no, I'm trying to save everybody. Don't come for me. So it's kind of crazy that you said like the whole Devon shit and Candyland because they in this fucking whimsical ass shit with
Right.
candy and cake all over the place, and there's a lot of betrayal going on in the scenes, and a lot of trickery and fuckery and shit.
And that proves that it can work.
Yeah.
And it's just about, and I guess while you were talking about that, it kind of like clicked. So you could do a story about death in the dungeons or the depths of hell or whatever, but now you're at risk of being one-sided and
Yep.
non-dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get me? Now you're like, I've seen this. You feel me? You've missed the make it different part.
Yeah.
Type shit.
So I guess that's where I was trying to go. I just it just took a minute to get there.
Yeah. And to throw in another one, Marty, hold on. Again, One Piece, right?
Hmm.
When they went to I can't think, I don't know why I forgot the damn island. But the arc when they fought Doflamingo, right?
Hmm.
Doflamingo essentially I forgot her name. One of the people in his crew essentially turned everybody into toys, right? So it's happy, it's toys and whatnot. But here's the thing, right? The longer you are a toy, the more you start to forget who you are. So essentially, if you are a toy for too long, you no longer know who you are. You no longer have your humanity. None of that shit. None.
Dang.
Doflamingo framed the king, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So again, happy go lucky. Look at this. Pictures, toys all over the place. And this man is over here got a whole weapons factory, and he framed the king, and people are forgetting who they are because they become toys, and they get discarded, essentially die. Yeah.
Right. And just in the light of giving examples, that also makes me think of um the idea of cars or
Mm-hmm.
Wally or Pixar theory type shit, right? The the whole story of Wally is about finding life on Earth. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like we had to leave because we were
Yeah.
too fat. No, no, no. I lied. I lied. I lied. We left and then got fat.
Yeah.
You feel me? I was projecting some real life situations.
That's
You feel
crazy.
me?
For real.
That's crazy.
No, but like in the Pixar theory sense, these sentient cars are now around because we not on Earth. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just yeah, and that's a whole nother ball game. The fact that that's even a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, man, being creative is a rewarding endeavor when it works right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
these two things, I guess, to keep our theme at hand, these two things are like the base building blocks to making something great.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say, of course, because I just think it's peak times where the theme and the setting was peak. Um, I got three, but the two at the top for me, like not even close, is both Game of Thrones
Mm-hmm.
and Elden Ring. Literally,
Elden Ring. Okay.
literally, the theme and the setting dictate everything. The writing starts there, and everything else matters.
What's the
Like
theme of Elden Ring?
the lands of in between
Yeah.
is the theme and the setting, and as long as we're here, nothing truly dies.
Yeah. That and
Okay.
you are the villain. Even
And you are the
even though the game
villain.
put even though the game pretty much
Portrays you as the
portrays you
hero.
as the hero, you are essentially the villain.
Do niggas know this?
Yes,
Is it
they
common
do.
knowledge?
By the end of it,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say even midway through.
Once you
Cause
start like
you
getting into start reading the items and shit. Yeah.
right,
Oh, okay. So you got locked in to know this.
Yeah. Pretty
yeah.
much.
Okay.
So before because we could nerd out on both of those individually. Number three on my list actually is Destiny. I think that Destiny's settings are top notch. I think their themes are top notch.
Mm-hmm.
I think both individually, like the whole the same but make it different. The Dreadnought for Oryx and Sabathun similar but not the same, and I enjoyed it.
Right.
I did. Like
You talking about
I don't
Throne
know,
World?
bro. I'm talking about yes,
Yeah.
yes. I like how the Dreadnought felt like the name portrays. It feels hopeless. I
Yeah.
feel like I am treading somewhere where I should not. Like I feel like I could lose my ghost and my life and my light while I'm here.
hmm
I
You
And
know.
definitely
her
feel about that way about the throne world.
Yeah.
Same
but it's
vibes.
still somehow different. It felt more like
Mm-hmm.
everything could be a trap.
That. You know what? That reminded me of the time I was playing. I will never forget this. Elder Scrolls Oblivion, bro.
Ha!
And I took a wrong turn on Albuquerque, bro. And next thing I know, there is lava, there's black stones, there's fire, there's demons. And I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to be over here.
Yep.
And then I traveled into a tower because, I'm a curious person. I traveled into a tower and I got stuck in an infinite loop of dying because my game saved when I died. So,
Yikes.
yeah.
That's the worst. Damn.
I was literally in hell, Marty. Literally.
Endless
like,
loop.
yep. They was like, we gonna show you where you at.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Mario. I know you had something on Destiny you wanted to say, right?
No, I was just gonna just each expansion they were just getting better. Better and better. And I feel like maybe it's because of lack of playing, but I was gonna use this as an example of how it could go. I don't want to say wrong. I don't think that's the right word because I do still think it hits because we're talking about it right now. But how it can become one-sided.
Okay.
And I'm saying that in the sense of after a while we're doing the same exact thing to move the story along. And this
Gotcha.
might be a mechanics issue, not a story issue,
Right.
but like we're in the same setting now with the new problem, and that's kind of weak. This is why you get shows that do arcs. You
Right.
feel me?
That
Like we end up on Planet Namek, or we end up on Earth, or we end up something. You feel me? Like,
so
Mm-hmm.
and that's what drives these stories. And this is why this almost broke the glass. This is why they're synonymous, bro.
yes,
They fit.
yes. And I love that you brought this in because I was going to too. This is why the setting and theme is so important because it allows you to have arcs or different storylines or timelines. If we're talking about Marvel right now, right? Because that's all they're on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like another one I wanted to list real quick. I wanted to get this in before I forgot was Kingdom Hearts, but in particular, um Hollow Bastion. We could do this for a few
Yeah.
different sites, but the importance of the trauma that you felt in Kingdom Hearts 1 and Hollow Bastion and spoilers if you haven't played it. Losing the Keyblade to Riku, falling and losing Donald and Donald and Goofy, having a wooden sword again, like that struggle, becoming a heartless, like you know,
Mm-hmm.
only to come back in the turmoil later, with Organization 13 and 1,000 Heartless and Sephiroth. There's so much happening in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So much. It makes the theme already had the stakes high. We're revisiting a little soon, ain't we? In the plot of Kingdom Hearts 2. So it already has you tense because you remember what came with this area. And now you got new problems. And it's sick how they did it, man. Like that.
That
What
Yeah.
you're
that is pinnacle of writing, though.
Yeah.
but all of what we've said do this. Like Destiny did it with the tower. The tower is a setting that is peaceful, and they kicked the game off. Well, they revamped it
Yeah.
now, but they kicked the game off with the destruction of your peace. You lost your light. This
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
is not what you think it's gonna be. It's a rattle to what you know. The theme set this up
Yeah. Mm.
slash setting.
Yeah. I want to add in the one thing about Destiny storytelling, which again, what fell off is like Marty said, it became one sided, right? This, what I feel like it was lacking the most was the evil guardians, bro.
Right,
Okay.
we heard about him in the lore, but we ain't never seen none of that, though.
Yeah, like that. Come on, like you mean to tell me during this whole time that we have been playing, we have been told lore about the guardians that's been consumed by the darkness, right? And you mean to tell me in our lifetime of us right now that none of our peers have ever been consumed by the darkness? That's what y'all. That's what y'all telling us. That's literally what they was basically telling us.
Right.
Because like we got motherfuckers like dredging your bro.
Right.
Like
Right.
and then you have Shinmouth, even though he's not evil. But what's stopping him from just blicking,
Right.
bro?
Exactly. It just ended. Exactly. Exactly.
Still don't know what the Drifter's up to.
We
Right.
still don't know. So I just personally, and
Jermaine,
this is some Stan shit. 'Cause I'm just gonna say this because I'm a hopeful person. I still think that one of the end game things that Destiny or Bungie wanted to finesse was a way to incorporate PvP into PvE. I just believe that that was always the goal. To have some type of thing where it's a player versus player, and if you're on the side of light, you earn certain types of gear or weapons. If you were on the side of dark, type of thing. I
Yeah.
that's kind of fire. Hey.
I always thought that that was the goal. I just thought they were trying to slow drip into you becoming dark.
Hmm.
Because there was a point where they asked you a question, and this was before Drifter or was a big deal. You completed a story arc with Ikora, and they were asking how you felt about light and dark. And this was when Zavala was still super opposed. Like no,
Right. I mean, he's still kind of skeptical. Well, I guess
I
you feel me.
Yeah, yeah. But no, so just yeah. Needless to say, that's getting into some whole other stuff. But I do like to think that they had plans for creating that scenario where the players are the final boss,
Mm,
you know,
Mm-hmm.
type of thing. I just don't think the funds allowed them to get that off.
right. Right. And I guess outside factors made them one sided
Yeah, for sure. Because
before
it's
further back.
just to get this off while we're on this, because this is not the topic. But like to your question, it was 100% a mechanical issue. Like
Mm,
you doing rinse repeat objectives has zero to do with how good the story is. It's just making me not care as much because I'm not as engulfed.
right. Right. Mm,
I'm just doing some stuff to get the story to go along.
Yeah.
And now you're losing me because this is supposed to be the thing that makes games superior is that I'm in it.
which is why, and this gives us another example too, which is why God of War reboots work.
Yes,
Or God of War in general.
in general.
Like it just as you playing, you being delivered story the entire time. Anything
Yep.
that you're doing is feeding the story, whether it be exploring or fighting something or opening up chests, which I guess is exploring, but you feel me, like
Yes.
everything's delivering towards the story and the themes and literally everything else. So yeah, I guess just to finish that thought.
Yeah. It's I want to add this since you brought it up as a good way to segue back into the topic. God of War, at least later, is constant dialogue happening while you're going through these different terrains, right? Like
Mhm.
they used to do that in Destiny. You know, D1, you were going around, your ghost would speak to you about things. You would have interactions with things. You still had that in 2 as well, just a lot
Yeah.
less. That's why they had that Easter egg in D1 where you found supposedly Master Chief's pod, interaction. Uh, yeah, even that. To think that the thing he was here and now I'm here as a guardian is crazy.
It's in D2 too.
They did it. Oh, right. Y'all had a whole event. I'm tweaking.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Cause
Man,
in
that's
D2 once you land in the where the hell Zuri is now when he just be chilling in his little treasure hoard like a little
Mm-hmm.
goblin. Um,
yeah.
if you when you spawn in, if you go outside and you go off to the left, his pot is right there. It's stuck in
That's
the ice.
cool.
Yeah.
There's of eternity, boy.
Yeah.
Damn, I want to play that shit, but I don't want to get burned.
But yeah, like I don't know themes again. I want to bring this one up because it was brought up earlier in our group. Uh, Gears of War. The way that game for me did hopelessness in a shooter that I would only expect out of like horror games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's a rare thing because horror games they want you to be scared, so you're not getting no weapon. This
Right,
game gave you a weapon and said good luck.
right.
Right.
And we're not trying to deliver horror. We're delivering hopeless. This is I don't even want to say post-apocalyptic. It's just going through it. It's like the earth is dying.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's just apocalyptic.
Yeah, in general. And what was it? I'm trying to remember the actual story for that.
Oh
I
wait, he's
won't.
Dang.
talking about
They,
Don't shoot me.
around
get nah, but the base story for
the original
for the
Gears or the Krill?
yeah, the original Gears, not just the Krill, but I guess all of the enemy in general happened initially from like earthquakes, right? And them becoming
And D-Day.
over.
Oh no, the
And
D-Day was war. My bad.
the D-Day was the war, but like they were overrun underground, and then the earthquakes were happening, and they were letting them out, and that's what began D-Day.
Yeah. The setting of Heroes 1 was D-Day. Was actually the midst of D-Day, if I remember correctly.
So it's a lot of. So that's another thing too on the theme and the setting. Sometimes they give it to you all at once, and it is a lot, and it's very generalized, and then that does a lot of good things because now it tells me a lot. But now I also am kind of hopeful that I might get a prequel to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Naruto did that. They threw you in a city that survived a monster that it should not have survived. One dude did that, and now our actual protagonist. And we don't know anything about that. We just know our protagonist is here in this city that overcame this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's disrespecting the city for Naruto in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about...
This is how they pitched it.
Yeah.
They pitched it. It's a monster. They called it a demon. The hero saved the village, and now we're following our protagonist who is destroying the village, but also wants to be like that hero.
Yeah.
This like very first episode.
Very first episode.
Episode. Yeah.
And they're still dropping stuff that didn't get answered till way later, because then we was learning about forbidden jutsus, right? Then we're learning about.
Boy, they be using
we're
them.
learning
They
about
be using them like candy, boy.
I mean later, but like, but then it was Sage of Six Paths. Like we got things of mythos that don't get touched on until way later, but they're introduced in like the first 5 episodes.
Yep.
That's good. That's good. That's real good. And that goes back to our last pod talking about damn, I had it, protagonists, and how this can just shit. Too many thoughts at once. I had it and it went away.
Just add in the growth of the character or the development.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Heavy on that. Even on Courtney's background right now. Like his particular position was insane. Insane. Yeah. Like again, so setting reasons on why this is insane. At his point in time, we now know other villages have tailed beasts. Yep. There is not peace. It is for sure on the brink of another war that hasn't been seen since
the third.
Yeah, he was the end of it, right?
Yeah.
I want to say because he was around with the second, so he got to see it.
Who you talking about, Tachi?
No. I'm talking about the third. The third was around with the second, so he got to see it.
Yeah.
But by the time he became Hokage, it was peace.
Yeah.
But it's still like it's minimal though. It's like on the brink of it happening again because we're trying to figure out, you know.
Yeah, because when Minato when he doing the third war, he was a kid-ish.
Teenagers.
Yeah.
Kid for the you're right. Kid for the third, but he was the reason. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So Itachi is I'm sorry. Minato was the reason why a lot of wars were held off because they were afraid of him.
Yeah, they were afraid of him. Yeah, he's the only ninja to have a run on sight order. You see him, you do not
This
engage.
is theme. This is theme. We know there are other cities that are vigilant that don't want to fuck with this city because of one dude.
Yeah.
You are power scaling off of cities right now.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So the decision that Itachi had to make, I'm gonna skip to the point, was important because at this point Uchihas were strong, they were many, and they were a pivotal part, and the decision was left up to him. Essentially, what are we doing? The ball was in his court. He could have helped either side.
Mm-hmm.
What does good mean to this character in this setting right now? That's a crazy plot. That's a crazy plot. especially with the backstory of the Uchiha. They're not really. They want to really have they stake in the hidden leaf. They think that they should have a face on that mountain. They are more than half of why that village exists. The name Uchiha is now a theme. Like that's
Yeah.
just
So it's
it's
safe.
crazy.
So it's safe to say that themes don't have to be at the forefront.
No, it could be happening
It can
real
be built.
time.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Which is why you may not get it until the end.
Or you
Or
might
you
be building feeling though.
hmm,
You know, it might not be a place. It might be a feeling. Itachi brought a lot of confusion, a lot of loss, a lot of anxiety, a lot of damn, what's gonna happen? Like
right.
it's like an unsung hero type of thing. Like I just want to see this dude win. I don't even really care what he what he choose.
Yeah, bro. Cause I only want to like nerd out on my boy, but yeah, man. Cause it's like when we saw him, was it Kakashi? I think it was Kakashi. It
Yep.
said, "Don't look at
Yep.
him."
when we saw Itachi for the first time.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
I
it's
just
Kakashi.
watched it,
Yeah,
yeah.
don't
Hmm.
look at him. Don't look. And what makes it even worse is like even though he said that, it didn't matter.
It's
It
already
did.
locked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Already got. This was
Already
him and
got.
Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Damn.
And another thing about theme, it's just I think when it's done right, it's like your own as a writer, it should feel like a good pat on the back that you're doing everything right. Because like these examples we're giving built themselves up. It was kind of like already happening. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like that moment that y'all are referencing is fire just off the strength of who Kakashi is and what he went through. So he's adding to the theme. He's giving feeling. I don't know how this is about to go because as far as I know, my good guys are them guys. I don't know who this new Itachi guy is, but
Right.
he better be ready. But if
Mm-hmm.
your guy is saying, don't look at him, well, now you just created fear.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that driving factor. I like the fact that you won't know what it is until you feel it. And I think that's kind of where my idea of theme lies. You get me? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is until I feel it. So maybe that's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be real nice when you flip a page and it's like you feel some shit. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? Or
Yeah.
you even when it's like you got a real close up shot and then you pan out to a wide angle of where you at. That's even just to keep it synonymous with these two things. That's even the same feeling. You don't feel it until you feel it, and that's
Yeah.
what makes both a good theme and a good setting.
Mm-hmm.
Like this will be a little removed, but follow me here. The fucking art historians out there correct me. The Freud painting, the guy standing on the rock looking out into the abyss.
Mm.
I'm gonna find it while we talking and post it, but
Yeah.
that painting right there says so much without saying anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you break it down, it's just three sections. There's rocks, a man, and clouds. But like when
Yeah.
you step back and put them all together, it's like, damn, this feeling of solitude and solace and like all these like different themes start to come out of it because you're feeling that as you're looking at this painting. Same with Mona Lisa, and this is again, this might be taking a little turn from where we were, but this is how I understand it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So it's just
Yes,
it's it can be applied everywhere is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
it can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it up on screen definitely.
Yeah. Okay. I ain't even gotta
Yeah.
find it right
Yeah.
now.
No, I'll do it when I start editing.
Okay.
Do you know what the name of the painting is by chance?
Nope. I just think it was painted by Freud.
Okay, that's all right. I was trying to find it right quick, but
So like, in terms of like, okay, so like, how can I put this right? So like, okay, like in my story, right? So like how fans said like building fear with Itachi, the whole interaction with Itachi and Kakashi, right? So like the so like where I'm writing that now in the story is like essentially right. My characters are pretty much going up against gods, right? They okay, so they were the awakens in my stories. They are basically seen as gods to humans because they have these unimaginable fucking powers, right? Until my character, actually fought essentially a god. So now they are up against multiple gods at this point, right? But what I'm trying to get at is like I don't really know how to. I guess it's fear. I don't really know because like the interaction is like most of them they don't really know anything about these entities because for the simple fact that they are old as fuck, and most of the stories have been told. It's sort of like telephone, so none of the stories like make sense for real. So when they fight them, they like, yeah, this is way different than what I heard. But also, they don't know the entities, but the entities know them. So, like, I don't.
I wouldn't call that fear either.
Yeah,
It's not. I don't think it's fear.
I don't know what theme that is.
Um, Wonder.
Yeah.
what's I think you just said it. What's above the awakens in your story, if there is something?
Essentially, the Abyssborns, which are the like I told y'all, the four Dreadbearers and Katros and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the four gods. Then you have the four gods of creation, which is
Above them?
yeah, they are essentially the end all be all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a whole nother conversation just for the viewers. I'm gonna add more shows to make it relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Themes are difficult to me because I think power systems are synonymous with themes to me.
Okay.
And that's why it's hard to finesse because I think that it's said a lot about storytelling and where it's like the show don't tell, but I think that really drives home for the theme.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's super rare where you can get off that long monotonous dialogue like JJK did it. Jujutsu Kaisen did it with uh the guy on the side who helps the Society of Sorcerers, and he was debriefing these new sorcerers on the system,
Yeah.
on the grade system,
Mm-hmm.
and how the grade system was built off the grade system for the curses. Like that's a lot. And most people, when they're reading it, don't want to read that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That this works sometimes for the anime, uh, setup, but most of the time you just want to see it happen. Like Naruto told you as well, but you got to see it real time that these ranks in Naruto don't matter, not
Yeah.
for real. Because my man was a Genin forever,
Right.
and that's low. Just for y'all not watching, he did not pass the tuning exams. My man made it to a war as a Genin. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah, he was a guinea. Yeah.
And so this is a great
Even right now,
show.
I guess
Yeah,
Yeah.
where
Even
I'm
right
at,
now.
he's still a guinea.
yes, right now he's a Genin. But this is why show don't tell is really good because he's a Genin, But all right, now we're mixing titles. He's a beginning, but he made it to potential next signing, which means he was training under somebody of the very few, because there's not many, who mastered Sage mode.
Right. Right.
So now we're looking like, who is this? You know?
Yeah.
That's why everybody else is like, who is this?
Yes.
Right.
Because we know from the setting that Legends of Past dabbled with this thing, which is Sage, chakra, really nature chakra. But like, most fail. Most either become too much like the beast that they were training with for multiple reasons. This is the setting and the theme. So now when your character does it, show don't tell, he's that guy. He did it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that could be whatever theme you want it to be: the completion, overcoming, accomplishments, goals, whatever.
For sure, but it's the back and forth. So like, if you got a human in story and in Courtney's story, that somehow, this might not even ever happen, but if you got a human for some reason who's able to go hand to hand with an awakened, who is that?
Yeah.
You have now introduced. I piqued my interest. Who is this human? Why can't he do this?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I've sort of done that already. From like I was telling you off of the pod, because essentially my main character absorbed the power of God, but
Gotcha.
no one knew, right? No one knew, because even though he was still able to use his aura and shit, everybody just thought like the God left his power with him, but that's not what happened. He absorbed it. So even though he's not a god, right, he has the power of a god, and he don't know how to fucking use it. And like, what was I about to say? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Somebody
that's theme. That's theme right there. You just told us what the theme
is.
It is. Yeah. And I like how. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and like, there's only been 4 in my story. There's I don't say it, but you'll know as you read. There's only been 4 that has actually ascended to godhood. It's only been 4.
Okay.
And the 4th one wasn't even chosen. He took the place of someone.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like how organically it's happening, I should say.
Yeah.
How the theme is just presenting itself. And that's signs of a good story. It just happens. You don't have to like search for it. You don't get to a certain point and you be like, what am I even watching? Why are they doing this?
Right.
That's a bad question. You don't want that question. And I've watched some things where I'm like, and I guess that's where plot armor and stuff comes in, and you're like, damn, that's weak.
Yeah.
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 It's hell.
So,
I was just.
No,
you go first. Go ahead. I got mine. It's not
okay. No, because I was gonna say, like, I don't use my story again as a reference. In the earlier books, like, the themes were like there from the beginning. Like, the reason why I did such and such was because of such and such, you know. So like the theme for that whole arc was there from the beginning. It was actually there in the past arc, because that's the reason why this arc is happening, type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same with Phan. I'm not sure why I chose to deliver it like this, but you're gonna figure out my theme at the like 3rd page. You're gonna see it, and it's up to me to either keep that going or organically present a new one.
Yeah.
I had a lot to say. I want to bring up this one moment. I'm trying to figure out how to weave it into this, but I'm just gonna say it. I like when the theme is so strong that it drives dialogue. I know in the previous podcast I brought up a conversation between Varys and Littlefinger in Game of Thrones, talking about the realm and what chaos was. And Littlefinger's take was chaos was a ladder. I think that's so fire of a conversation being held about the theme, about everything. Crazy. I think another good example of that with it's all throughout Game of Thrones. The dialogue is dumb. It's dumb. There's a scene, spoiler for y'all if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, but there's a scene where Arya Stark is going against Brienne, and this is the strongest woman knight versus the strongest woman assassin. And when they're done, Brienne asks, "Who taught you that?" And Arya says, "No one." And that's peak. That's peak because no one is a god in this. Like, that's just top tier. That is just.
I need more of that. I say it all the time. I need more.
Yeah, that is when the setting brought these two together, and it's peak them, and one acknowledges the other, and the other acknowledges their teacher, but doesn't. It's just.
No.
I need this level of execution and more things. When is this done again? I just like that. I don't know how I can really weave this into the thing. Oh, the other thing I was gonna say about themes, when it's done right and seamless, comic books just do this, right? Even comic shows. Static Shock, I think why I liked it, because it was seamless. I'm in a normal area. This is not the billionaire Bruce Wayne. I am with a regular black kid. I'm rocking with this. We are in the schools. People get shot, and then this cosmic level event happens. No one knows why, and now they have these mixed humans with powers, and they're calling them bang babies.
Yeah.
And to be on the lookout for the bang babies, because some of them wasn't even able to control it. They were just bursting into whatever it was. You know? So that's heat.
Shout out Static Shock.
Shout out Static Shock, man.
That was good. That's good. It's still good.
It's still good.
I just want to say that one of his first boards was a garbage can lid.
Yep. Yes, it was.
Yep.
And that's hard.
That man was
picked it up right off the street.
Yep, that man was kicking butt with a garbage can lid, boy.
And then he lost that, got better control of his powers, and used a sewer top.
Manhole cover, yo.
Yeah. Bro, that's hard.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, see, good storytelling, good setting. You use the setting to move the story along.
You don't need to ask questions on the villains, because we already prefaced that this is a rough area. It's a level playing field. Tons of people got this. Our main character is not the only one.
What makes the whole board thing so cool is, like Phan said, he got control of his powers, so he got something heavier.
You got something better. Training. That's lit.
Yeah, man. I could keep going. Themes are so important. Oh, it's just because I'm constantly speaking from things that we all should know, and the impact of it. Snake Way on Dragon Ball is a great setting. It's a great setting, bro. My man was supposed to just be told where he was about to go and got offered another opportunity. Yeah, you could try this if you make it. Just don't fall off, because you're not coming back. It's just guaranteed hell. That's it. That's
if you make it, bro.
If you make it.
Hi. Took off running. I'll make it, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah. Driving the story along. If we didn't have that setting, where would the show go?
You would have never met King Kai, right?
Yep.
Right.
You would never learn Kaioken.
You would have never learned Kaioken.
And that's the base for everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you
Bro.
don't learn that, you don't learn no Ultra Instinct. You don't learn nothing. You need that. That's
Yep.
the first Super Saiyan.
Honestly, it was probably the thing that made the plot armor so busted. He learned a move that jacked his body up, and he's a Saiyan. So if he doesn't die, he gets stronger. So this move is kind of like, what?
It's OP.
Yeah, that concept is OP. You could have just kept dialing in on that and made some crazy concept. But
Mm-hmm. There's some cool shit out there, man. There's some real cool shit out there.
Yeah.
I honestly could keep yapping about this, but I just want to say another infamous theme too that are really good are I guess the theater setting for Batman because it's always going to be reminiscent of him losing his parents.
Mm-hmm.
Um, dang, I had another one like that.
Oh,
MJ. I mean not MJ.
Yeah. Spider-Man with
Gwen?
Yeah, Gwen.
either really Uncle Ben. Shit,
Mm-hmm.
both.
My
Damn.
boy Ben don't never survive, bro.
That's a
Ever,
canon
bro.
event, sir. That is a canon event, sir. It
Oh
gotta
man.
happen.
That boy Toby stepped to the side. No, he popped big ass right outside,
That's
bro.
such a that's great. Thank you for adding that tidbit. Imagine that. Your storytelling of a setting in a rough place and this is normal. And he let it fly. He let the dude go. And because he let him go,
Popped his uncle, bro. Took the car.
Hmm.
Left his uncle on the street. He had to see his uncle die and then go catch this dude. All in the same breath.
Yep.
and not kill him.
And not kill him.
Hmm.
I'd have been heated. He'd have had to die, I ain't gonna lie. Especially from Spider-Man, bro.
So all of this, because like now as a storyteller, now you have to delve deep on why your character didn't, or why did he, and how are they not a villain, or why are they a hero? Like
That's a villain. That's a villain story right there. And he chose not to become a villain.
he was right there.
Hmm.
He was right there. Like
There's actually a story where he stopped pulling his punches.
start
Yeah.
earthing, mom.
Yeah. He stopped.
Is
This
this like a what if situation?
I don't think so.
Nah, it was just
Yeah.
Yeah, he stopped pulling his punches. This whole time he been pulling his punches, bro.
what happened when I
I've
forget what.
heard this. I've
Yeah.
heard this, but I ain't never known there to be a story like that though.
Hmm.
It was one where it was Peter, and then there's the one where Doc Ock got his body, and that was funny
Yeah.
Oh shit.
because he threw a punch and didn't realize that he'd been pulling his.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man could have
Yeah,
been
that's the moment I
murky.
was thinking of right there when Doc Ock got his body. Yeah,
Okay,
Damn.
and Doc Ock realized this whole time that he's been pulling his punches.
yeah.
Can you imagine? Full force punch from Spider-Man?
The man can
I-
pick up a tank, bro.
The
Red
man stopped.
mist. You hear me?
He stopped a bullet train, bro, in the movies.
Yeah.
How he did not. With people on it, bro.
Help them
Like
bitches.
what the Andrew Garfield one when he's fighting Electro, bro. He is Electro, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he is. My opinion. This is one of the top movie feats for Spider-Man. He is dodging lightning while not prioritizing beating this man's ass. He is using Spidey sense on the 10th degree to help dodge or
Peter
move
Tinkle.
people out the way.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So to keep it on brand, the theme, they were right there in Times Square, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hella people, main villain. Yeah, it's just sick. It was sick. He was drawing power from all the screens. Like, man,
and we have these conversations so we can use these methods of getting
yes,
those points across,
the
man.
points across, bro.
Keeping shit real creative. I'm just fucking with that. Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
Just everything. Electro was hooded, then he charged up. The whole city surged. Everything went out for a second, came back on theme, bro. I now know that this is a force to be reckoned with. New York shook. Like, what?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he tried to zap my man, and my man just effortlessly just save people, move them out the way from the car. Go backwards. Go backwards to kick a car sky high to buy more time. That's
Bro,
yeah.
that's my used car, Spider-Man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Or this is some super nerd stuff. But there's a scene if you go back in Endgame where Tony's looking at like something in his lab and it's like a loop. And now we know that that was the timeline. He was literally looking at it and trying to figure out how he could do this where it works. And it was the same timeline that Doctor Strange saw, but Tony saw it first. He already knew.
Oh shit. Okay. I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
Wait, what part are you talking about?
It's a what Tony was looking. He was trying to figure out how to defeat.
Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos. And this is before the Doctor Strange moment. He was just looking for reassurance at that point.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So now if they spin this to where he knew that there was only a possibility of him coming back as this, that'd be dumb. That'd be dumb. That's a way to make a whole realm wrap around how dumb smart this character is.
Right.
Yeah.
Make your wits OP is crazy. That's some different kind of writing. How do you make
who's the smartest person? Ain't it Richard?
Yeah.
Reed Richards?
Yeah. Ain't that the smartest person? And then right after him is Moon Girl.
I was gonna say Dr. Doom. I think Doom then
Is Reed, Doom, and Tony.
When Moon Girl got introduced, whatever year she came out, it was very recent. She was put on that scale.
she's up there, but
She's like number 3 or something like that. I could be wrong.
I felt like they juggled those. I did. I thought I mean, as of late, they try to make certain people that guy for storyline's sake. But again,
that's what it is.
I was gonna say it's like we said in the protagonist thing. It's the point of view. What story are we telling? Because if it's a Doctor Doom comic, Doctor Doom is the smartest. If it's if it's an Iron Man comic, obviously Tony Stark is.
Right.
But those 4 are the top ones, though. And then in the midst of all that, let's not be disrespectful. Black Panther's in that mix.
Spider-Man. Also smart as hell.
Also smart as hell. Like it's that. But then the people who have the intelligence feats are those 4, but primarily those 3. Of
Doom.
Iron Man is known for it, Doom is known for it, and Mr. Fantastic is known for it.
Damn. That's a feat in itself as a writer, to be able to have all of this shit in different themes and all in different universes and shit. I don't know. That shit cool. I just watched Deadpool 3 and it's everywhere and it's great all at the same time. And the just think settings and themes got them here.
Yes.
Because again, we've been jumping around the idea a lot, but I'm gonna say the same thing I said at the beginning of the conversation. These, in my opinion, are the 2 blocks that are gonna get you wherever you need to go.
Yeah.
If you got a boo-boo setting, I'm not watching that. If you got a boo boo theme, I'm not watching that. It might take me longer to figure out that I don't like your theme. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
So, in terms of IQ, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we going off of like IQ,
Mm-hmm.
the smartest is Valeria Richards, which is Reed Richards' daughter.
Okay.
Then it will go Reed. Then it'll go Doom. Then it'll go Beast. Oh well, no. Then it'll go Bruce.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Bruce. Then Beast, and then Tony. Well,
Oh,
T'Challa, then
dang.
Tony. That's how they got it. Now, if we talking in
I
terms of
thought
like creativity and inventing shit, Tony wins off
right.
rip.
Right.
Ingenuity.
Engineer.
Yeah,
We was
Yeah.
on the same
but
shit, yeah.
yeah, we talk like I said, talking in terms of creating shit. We talking Tony's the smartest one out of all of them. But
And
we
T'Challa though. That
yeah.
T'Challa in that same running. But
So
yeah.
so it will probably go Tony and then T'Challa in terms of creating shit, innovation. But we talking strictly IQ. Then technically the smartest person is Reed Richards' daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
What
shit
happened to
cool.
You
And
said something.
we ain't even mention nobody like I know this is a side note. We ain't even mention like Ant-Man now. Like not
Right.
him himself, but like
Yeah,
In
I
he
forget the
family.
contention
guy's
though.
name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all this is building a verse for you. When your verse has this many crazy geniuses,
Mm-hmm.
that's cool. Like I don't mind picking off of Marvel, but they're so established. I really try not to because
Yeah.
they
Mm-hmm.
get to have their cake and eat it too, bro. They get to,
Can do whatever they want.
bro. You do
So
it and you automatically have a cool theme because it's a nod to this thing. Like Deadpool 3 was all of that. All of it was cameos and nods to themes to things before they actually got the license to it. So I was like, oh, that's cool. You get the,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Novelty movie.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Getting us ready for the next part.
Right.
right.
Is what the new Captain America movie is gonna come out. That's the next piece of the puzzle.
I
Gotta
guess
Unless
I
they
don't
drop the
even.
show.
gotta go see that. I gotta get my
But
Marvel rivals rewards.
Type shit though.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I know I might be dragging it, but I just like talking about new things or things when they were in their new phase and
Yeah.
just taking notes off of that.
hmm
Like I'm lingering more into like anime and
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of things that were like good.
if we saying that, and y'all watch more than I do, but I'm speaking on my experience lately.
Okay.
Dan has done this for me.
100%.
And I say that because of how organic these themes are being presented. You get me
Yes.
like just from the jump, you getting a theme, and I'm gonna spoil first episode. Like she helps this kid without even thinking about it,
Yeah.
and then they give us his thought process and her thought process on the action,
Mm-hmm.
and that's already two themes, two sides of the coin, and the setting. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then directly after that, they present the next layer, which is separate. Ghosts and aliens. That's a separate
Yeah.
theme from the relationship theme, from the loneliness theme, from the let's adolescent theme. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? So
Yes.
they're doing it so well in my book. I hope it continues to go this well because I know how situations like this go and other factors fuck up the main part of it. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was my example based on what you were just at.
Cause
I want to I'm a Go ahead. Go
no
ahead.
no no. Cause I was gonna say, man, like in terms of like themes and shit, bro. Like how y'all? Cause like the ending, bro. Like the themes can be so great throughout, but the ending, bro. Like they never. Most of them never end great.
Execute.
Yeah.
Yeah. You referring to something in particular?
Naruto,
Oh, yeah, I ain't seen that yet.
My Hero, Demon
Demon
Slayer.
Slayer.
hurting my feelings right now.
I just
Hey, the fact we said it at
what
the
I
same time though.
man, that's the one for me, man. Like I just want to say this. This is not. Actually, yeah, it is. I can make this on brand. A pet peeve for me in storytelling is time skips. But let me be real specific. Do not time skip me away from everything that you built. I will stop giving a fuck so quick your head will spin. I don't give a shit no more. I don't care. I don't care where you place that hoe. It could have been in the middle. I don't care no more. If you place it at the end, your whole story huff. That's how I look at it.
Right. Don't give up the end before you get the breadcrumb.
And you
So
know what? I'm just going. No, I wasn't gonna spoil it, but no, I'm throwing both of these. I'm throwing both anime under the bus. So if you don't want spoilers, click off. And before you click off, go ahead, hit a like. Leave a comment on your favorite theme. Go ahead and subscribe too if you made it this far. But I'm all right. I'm about to spoil it. So both JJK and Demon Slayer pissed me smooth off with that.
time skip.
Gave me for fuck what?
Well, fuck what?
For fuck what, bro? I'm better. I am better with a Force Unleashed 2 cliffhanger on my character getting slaughtered and not knowing which one was the clone. I'd rather you leave me on that than you leave me on some bullshit and then shit again on top and say now we're eons into the future to such and such as great grandson. I don't give a fuck.
Right. What happened to my homie? The person we spent all his time with.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna use my story as a reference, right? So I feel like so far, right? I can always change it, but I feel like I've done the time skip correctly, right? Because ain't shit happened in between when my character finally defeated Kadros until the next event. Besides this man being a king and filling out papers and making sure everybody's straight and whatnot. So, I mean, I feel like I did that. Yeah, I feel like I did that time skip correctly because essentially ain't nothing but filler, really. I mean, yeah, you still got the bad guys, but it ain't no big bads. It's just some petty awakens doing criminal activity.
Right.
Well, time skips aren't. Let me not be disrespectful to the creativity of time skips, but I do not think that they're hard. I think it's hard to fuck that up. I could think of any time skip, even in a moment notice, like where it's not expected, but it was fire. I'll take it. Good example, Teen Titans, right? Where we sent one into the future, and now we get to see it's a time skip. The rest of the Titans older or whatever the fuck happened. Aftermath. Fire. I'm rocking with that. That's different.
Or
I don't even take.
My example was gonna be Akuna Matata, bro.
Yes,
Right time.
literally transition years past. Now I got to see that these friends spent years together. I don't need to know anything else. It's been peaceful with them where they're at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. What's been going on in the outside world? Guess we're gonna have to wait to find out. That's fine. I don't even care if no goofy shit like Dragon Ball where you're making a pocket dimension of time that moves different.
Right.
I'm cool with it. Time. You don't have to fuck this up. I'll even take shit. Naruto dipped off the train for some years. All right. And you just wrote it down as everyone taking shit serious because so much traumatic shit has happened. Okay.
Right. Ain't no scandals. Everybody just cut and dry doing their thing.
Locked in. Same time. And then y'all come together and we get to see what's what.
Yeah. I was gonna say I do have a pocket dimension that time moves differently.
You got a hyperbolic time chamber, bro?
No, it ain't no hyperbolic time chamber. It's literally a rip in space and time.
Oh,
It's literally a
bigger,
rip.
biggest the what?
Yeah, no, it's literally gonna be a rip in space and time.
Okay.
Shit, even now that you
Ain't
said that, Interstellar,
yeah.
I'll
Oh
take it.
my
It ain't
goodness.
no
I'll take it.
it ain't no chamber. I mean they ain't gonna be in the training, but it ain't no chamber.
You said the stakes are high.
Yeah.
Y'all watch Secret Level?
I haven't watched it yet.
Super level.
Secret Level. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
the video
spoil it.
game show I told y'all about.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, for sure.
All right. So, for those watching, there's an episode where, spoiler,
Hmm.
the father is chasing his daughter across the solar system, but there are gaps in time that are moving differently because they're spending their times differently in these areas. That's fire.
That is fire.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen this one. I haven't seen them all. I don't know
It's
if I've seen this one.
it's sick. So they broke down in the beginning, and this is one episode,
Mm-hmm.
and time was done so well. They explained that the slipstreams allow time to move fast, but on the outside world, it's still moving slow. So she's spending times in certain planets and different galaxies or whatever, but he's trying to get to her.
Right. So she like years ahead of him. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Time. That theme is crazy.
Work here.
That theme is crazy.
This is
Had me locked.
good questions. These are good questions.
Right.
Had me locked, bro. And while we're on time and theme, the Space Marine episode.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, light spoil but not heavy. It became a real pivotal moment where it's, for lack of a better word, like a demon in their midst, and people was for sure getting clapped like along the way, right?
Yeah.
And before people get clapped, this demon is in their head and reflecting on like highlights and moments of time. And when it gets to this one, it's a guy who selected one of the other Marines, and he's reflecting on the moment where he found that Marine and was saying how this child knew no fear. That's what his time was reflecting back on, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then when they get to that Marine, it wasn't anything. There was no time. It was just right now. And that was hard. That was hard.
Man, let's be cooking.
Plot, setting, theme to deliver the moment that's happening right now.
And it'd be so nice when it click like that.
Bro, it's supposed to be a dire moment. You are seeing the thoughts of these hard body Marines going through it. And then the one is like, no, I'm here with you. You think you big and bad, but you just met big and bad, bro. Like, no, you don't
piece
even.
of cheese without the corners.
I was gonna say anime do that shit a lot though. When the characters finna engage and he had that whole conversation in his head.
For sure. But it's ways to do it. So like this one that I'm portraying right now, it was literally like the calm before the storm. The entity is checking you. And the only way you're getting out of this is if there is no fear. It just so happens to be time related because they're reflecting on whatever moment that's making them weak.
Right. Okay.
So like for this real hard body Marine is sentimental as well because the only moment of weakness was how proud and excited this next Marine was gonna be. That the moment of weakness was this guy.
Yeah.
So then when you get to that guy, he's like, no, it ain't shit. I don't know. I'm here with you. He was like, no, I am Malice. I'm wearing this suit, but I ain't like them other ones. All I know, none of them were me.
Right.
That's all I know. That's hard, bro. That's hard, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Theme.
Yeah.
I could go on and on, bro. We ain't even mentioned dynamic. We did. You mentioned it,
I,
Marty, but
I
you
dabbled a
did,
little bit, but like, yeah,
bro.
you
The
can't
planets,
go ahead.
the planets in disarray. My man unlocked a new form. All he knows is you not making it. That's
Mm-hmm.
about to walk away and let you grieve and think about what you've done, and you tried to kill the dude who just leveled up, turned around and said, "Fool."
Look, look.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm
it's
themes, bro.
good.
I'm
It's good, man.
I'm gonna shut up. I love this.
Yeah.
It's a great topic.
Mm-hmm.
This probably be my favorite one. I hope we can do a part two to themes. To be honest, because I'm still.
I hope we can do more story stuff.
Yeah.
In the comments, let us know if y'all like that kind of like this kind of conversation, because we some pretty creative people. I
Trying.
think y'all would agree,
Oh.
and
Mm-hmm.
we can spit about some creative stuff.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, we some nerds too.
Trust me, I would
Proud.
much rather do a lot more topics like this.
Okay.
I think that's very doable. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Y'all have to put a leash on me. I won't shut the hell up. I'm trying to get y'all the floor. Y'all like, no, good. I'm like, all right.
For real, y'all see we enjoy it. Let us know if y'all also enjoy it.
Yeah, no, for real. Put it down in the comments, man. Let us know. Because I could definitely.
Yeah.
I ain't talking a lot, but I could definitely yap about a whole bunch of other shit. And anime and comic books and shows and whatnot.
I like that lane. That's a good lane.
Yeah. Only reason why I ain't been yapping because we'll be here for about 3 hours. Cause we talking about anime and comic books. I ain't getting on the theme of the shows I be watching. Criminal Minds, Supernatural,
say
The Magicians, or don't man look.
my New Year's resolution, and we talked about this a little bit, and I don't know if I mentioned this one, was to consume more media. Not in a bad way. I'm not talking social media. I'm talking like just when I was in grad school, I felt like I watched a lot of shit to be a better artist and a better person. And I feel like just getting in the rat race and all of that, like I've toned down on that a little bit, and that's one of my like things I want to like start watching shit again. And with this in mind, the first thing was Game of Thrones, and the next thing now, I'll finish Dan to Dan or Don to Don, however you want to say it. Yeah. And so now I'm looking for the next thing to watch. It's the bottom line, because I'm trying to just take some more in so I can put more and better things out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, draw some suggestions too. I'm with those. Yeah, go ahead.
We definitely gotta finish from.
Right. I ain't watched that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't definitely be asking.
Yeah.
I'll be like, it's late. That nigga gone.
I'll be in here chilling, bro.
Oh damn! I'm gonna start asking whenever she asks. I'm gonna just text you like, "Where you at, nigga?"
Yeah.
I know we wrapping up.
Mm-hmm.
Permission to try to speed blitz something that I remember we talked about, or a group of mine talked about. It wasn't us though.
Go ahead.
It was, all right. It was on redemption arcs, and someone asked who had a better redemption arc between Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender and Endeavor from My Hero. And everyone in the group at the time was saying Zuko, and I'm like, well, that's my guy. Don't get me wrong. He ain't really need to redeem from nothing. It was all inner work.
Right.
He was ashamed, you know. And if y'all don't know, Endeavor and My Hero did some vile stuff. He was a hop and a skip away from a villain for real.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about family issues? That man was beating his wife and his children into shape.
Yeah.
Never was a dog motherfucker.
No,
Mm-hmm.
genuinely. So I was like, as far as redemption, I think Endeavor did it. I think Endeavor had the higher redemption arc. But
Is that
Zuko,
on the crime, so you will?
yeah, like the lows, right?
Oh,
Like I think the redemption that Zuko really needed to seek was to allow himself to be who he wanted to be and to be able to have and or partner up with the Avatar, you know.
and I think that's clean.
Yeah.
I think that's a good art. And I say this as a person that would have said Zuko. You get me?
I do.
I feel like inner work is one of the best themes.
So that's why I'm glad
Yeah.
you said that because that's why I brought it up because both of those, even though I do feel like Endeavor had a harder redemption arc to go on, I don't think that they wrote it better than Zuko's. And that's
Oh,
crazy. So like if your redemption arc is better in my eyes, the writing just didn't deliver the same way. It's crazy. I still think that Endeavor had a lot of shame. His highlight moment was kind of like stolen by mixed reviews.
mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Your character is going through so much from the setting. His stuff was broadcasted on the news by this new Nomu that was OP. No one else would have been able to beat it. They don't
Right.
care though because they just comparing the All Might. All Might clapped the last one. You damn near died.
Damn.
Yep.
Man.
I mean,
Theme that
Oh,
and I'm be honest, man. And what Endeavor did, bro, like created one of the greatest villains in in my opinion, bro.
yes,
Next to Shigaraki.
yes.
I'm gonna have to watch that again. I ain't gonna lie. I hate it, but I love it at the same time. And
It's very tropish. Don't feel bad for hating it.
I hate it and I love it at the same time. I don't know why. Like I do know why I stopped watching, but yeah, I'm gonna go back. That's the bottom line. I'm gonna go back.
Yeah. Setting and theme wise, my favorite one was Vigilante Deku.
Oh, what?
Vigilante
Yes.
Deku.
Yeah.
That's when he first got the boots? Question mark.
That's
No, I don't think he made that part yet, but that's when
Oh,
he
I ain't got
started.
there
Yeah,
yet.
that's when
Okay.
he started using the rest of the powers from the off one for all.
Oh yeah, I
Yada
definitely
yada
ain't got
yada.
there.
Whatever. I always get that confused.
look, look. Setting wise, that particular scene is epic because, like he spoke of Spider-Man not pulling his punches anymore. It's Deku on all go.
Mm-hmm.
It's the darkest he's going to get because now the setting is like now or never. It's raining like nonstop. It's just gloomy. The whole feel of the show shifts.
He didn't sleep
Mm-hmm.
for a
And the
week.
thing he does not sleep because he can't sleep because he's trying to stop all the villains.
Yeah, and then he has one for all on his ass.
So answer me this: are they done with the show?
No.
Are
Now,
we gonna see
manga,
more
no.
seasons?
Manga's done. Show is not. Let's
Yeah.
Okay,
be very
No.
clear.
right. So it's like, do I even do that if I know I'm gonna get pissed?
Well,
You
Do I
watch
might
it.
get to the
not.
point where I'm like, fuck?
You you might not. It's kind of like the Game of Thrones thing. Some people thought it was decent. You know, some
Right,
people drag it through the mud to this day.
right. And I'm still trying to finish Demon Slayer, and I know y'all said that's gonna end ass, but I'm
It
still
was
like,
cool. It's just like I just said, bro. It's just unnecessary things bother me, bro.
I digress though. My bad. I ain't mean to
No, it's
do
all
that.
right. I love this topic. I was my fault. I just wanted to add that in.
I know this probably doesn't have anything. I'm gonna say this and we gonna end it. But I know this didn't have this probably don't have nothing to do with theme and setting, but Deku had to be smart, bro. Boy, cause Lady Nagant was popping Neds, boy.
Yes, she was. That has everything to do with setting the towers, bro.
Oh,
My
bro.
man was trying to use the buildings to not get off.
Mm-hmm. And it's Lady Nagata is better than what's her name? What's his name? The other motherfucker that used the guns.
I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah.
Dang.
Cowboy, is that ringing a bell? Am I tweaking?
It was like Gunslinger or something. It was like a
No, I mean like his like theme was like
Yeah.
cowboy.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
do know who you talking about. I know who you talking
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, that again, thing that scene is a great thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna overdo it, but again, it was dark. That was fresh after everybody got broke out.
Mm-hmm.
It was up.
Yep.
I forgot about this dude. He got a nice design too. Side note.
Yep. Well, yeah, man. If you ain't got nothing else, we're gonna
Nah,
we've
man.
been talking their ear off, man. You know, it's long enough, man. They gonna be like,
I'll
man, do
say
they
that.
ever shut up?
Yeah, I say for the group chats, man. We gonna tighten up in 2025. I promise y'all. I
Yeah,
promise y'all.
We're gonna try to get more straight to the point.
Yeah,
I said try, so don't hold me
Keyword.
to us.
I'ma try.
getting
I'ma
to the
try.
point.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. With that being said, man, we're gonna holler at y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Put down your favorite moments in any show, movie, anime, whatever, comic, manga, hell, novel. You know,
Please.
whatever, bro.
On.
Put it down in the comments below. Right now. I know you got your phone in your hand. I know you still watching. Do it
Right now.
right now. That being said, man, we out, man. We're gonna holler at y'all. Peace.